In this video, I'm going to show you how you can earn a 6.8% annualized interest for up to $100,000 for the next 6 months. Let's get straight into it. So I previously mentioned Moomoo is a broker I'm currently using to buy US shares due to the low fees. And they have recently launched an introductory offer to promote their new cash management feature called Cash Plus. With Cash Plus, they are offering a 6.8% annualized interest rate for new customers for the first 180 days for up to 100,000 Australian dollars. So I will explain how Cash Plus works and if it's safe to use for everyday Aussies like you and me. So firstly, how does Cash Plus work? When you add funds to a share trading platform like Moomoo but have not bought any shares yet, the broker will keep your funds in designated bank accounts. Now some of these bank accounts may pay an interest on the account balance, and some brokers may choose to pass on this interest to their customers while others don't. So in today's high interest rate environment, whether your broker pays interest on idle funds kept in your account is starting to make a difference in your overall investment returns. Moomoo's Cash Plus program allows you to earn a competitive interest rate on the uninvested cash balance deposited in your trading account. This goes for both Australian and US dollars. So if you have some idle money sitting in your account waiting to be invested, you will earn some interest on it. Let's now talk about their current bonus promo. Since Moomoo just launched its new feature, they are offering a generous promotion to new customers. If you sign up using the link in the description, Moomoo will give you 6.8% annualized interest for up to 100,000 Australian dollars for 180 days. So if you do some quick maths, you could potentially earn up to $3,353 in 6 months if you left $100,000 in your account. Of course, if you don't have a spare 100k lying around, you can deposit whatever you have and still earn more interest than any savings account in Australia. However, please keep in mind this is only an interest paying feature of a broker's trading account and this is not a bank account. We'll talk more about this later in the video. In addition, you will also receive a free AMC stock, 180 days of free brokerage fees for both Australian and US stocks, which is a huge savings if you're a beginner and plan to start investing in the next 6 months. And you will also get free access to the premium research features and tools. I have made a previous video about this, but the Moomoo app, in my opinion, has one of the best research features and tools that will help you research companies to invest in. All you have to do is sign up using the link below and deposit any amount to receive all the bonus rewards on screen. And if you are an existing Moomoo customer, they are offering you 6.8% interest for up to 60 days, subject to certain terms and conditions as a thank you for being a Moomoo customer. After the end of this bonus period, so 180 days for new customers and 60 days for existing customers, the interest rate will revert to a 3.75% variable base rate. So at this point, it's no longer optimal to park large amounts of money in there just for the huge interest return, but it is still a decent rate to receive some interest on your uninvested idle cash. So how can Moomoo afford all this? You might be wondering how Moomoo can afford to pay a higher interest rate than most financial institutions. Well, in truth, they are subsidizing a lot of it as part of the promotion to encourage new customers to try out Moomoo. It is important to note that 6.8% annualized interest is not a bank deposit, but really just a promotion which they are running for a limited time and is only applicable to a limited amount of client funds. The money they receive from their customers are kept in well-known secured bank accounts. Australian dollars are kept in Commonwealth Bank and HSBC. US dollars are kept in JP Morgan Cash Bank and BMO Bank, which are two well-known American banks. So they are probably earning some interest from the bank, but are subsidizing a significant portion themselves to make up the 6.8%. I have contacted their team and they did assure me that the money is kept in those bank accounts only and they are doing nothing else with it. After the 180 days promo period, you can still earn interest on your AUD and USD uninvested cash held in your Moomoo account, but like I mentioned before, the interest rate will drop to a 3.75% variable rate. So their long-term goal is to offer you this great deal to try out Moomoo and hope you enjoy using the app enough to become a long-term customer. Are there any rules to use Cash Plus? The good thing about this offer is there are barely any rules. It's very easy to implement. Like I mentioned before, you can receive the bonus 6.8% for up to 100k for 180 days for new customers. If you are an existing customer, you'll receive the bonus 6.8% on your uninvested balance of up to 100k for 60 days. Anything over 100k, you'll receive the base rate, which is currently 3.75%. There is no minimum deposit required. You can deposit as little or as much as you want up to 100k. There is no account or maintenance fees, so you don't have to worry about any hidden fees popping up in the background. There are also no lock-in periods. You can deposit or withdraw your money at any time. Your interest is calculated daily, so if you happen to withdraw half your money on the 15th of the month, you will still receive the full interest for those 15 days. Then your interest will calculate accordingly from your new balance. So all in all, it's very easy to set up and use. Now the important question, so is it safe to use for Australians? Well, it's useful to note that Moomoo has already launched Cash Plus in Singapore and Hong Kong. And I have read some reviews about them and it seems pretty legit. I have done quite a bit of research and even contacted Moomoo directly to get more information. They advise as per their terms and conditions. The Australian dollars from their customers are kept in CBA and HSBC and is fully segregated from Moomoo Australia's own funds. This means the business funds and the client funds are kept separate. The uninvested cash balance in USD will be invested in an omnibus account maintained by Futu Clearing Inc., which is Moomoo Australia's US clearing partner. Futu Clearing Inc. is a FINRA-regulated US securities clearing firm and a member of SIPC. In addition, they have strict rules to ensure the money cannot be handled without the client's instructions. Moomoo also holds an AFSL license, which means they are fully licensed to run financial activities in Australia, and of course they are strictly regulated by ASIC. Australian financial laws are very strict, so they have to be careful to abide by the local rules. And since they have all these financial watchdogs monitoring their every move, they must ensure all their activities are legit. Moomoo is also owned by Futu, which isn't just some random company down the street. It's a multi-billion-dollar company listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. In the unlikely scenario where Moomoo goes bankrupt, the client funds are legally kept separate from the company's funds, which means creditors will not be able to access or claim client funds which are held under trust accounts in Australian banks. So if the worst case scenario was to happen, you will probably have to wait a while, but you will likely get your money back. So to answer the question if it's safe to use, I wouldn't say it's as safe as putting your money in an Australian bank account, since the government guarantees 250k, but I think Moomoo has done all they can to be as safe as possible. So why use Cash Plus? Throughout the entire 2023, all we've heard is the RBA increasing the cash rate left, right and centre, which is increasing the interest rate for many people with a home loan. On the other hand, a higher cash rate means the bank can offer more interest to people who like to park their money in a savings account. So if you're a saver, you have been enjoying a higher than normal interest on your money for the past year. However, according to the ABS, annual inflation ceased from 5.6% to 4.9% in October, which prompted the RBA to leave the cash rate unchanged in the most recent meeting. This could indicate lower interest rates in the foreseeable future, and in turn lower interest offered by the banks. So Cash Plus provides an opportunity to lock in and potentially earn a very high interest return for the next 6 months, albeit with a bit more risk than a savings account. So how do you deposit money into your Cash Plus account? This is very easy. Once you have signed up to a Moomoo account, go into your app and select the Accounts tab. Then you should see a prompt to join Cash Plus. Then you can simply agree to the terms and conditions to use Cash Plus, which will trigger your bonus interest. Then click Transfers and Deposit. And from here you can deposit money through either PayID or traditional bank transfer. I personally prefer PayID since it's almost instant. But if it's your first time, then it could take up to 3 business days for your bank to approve it. I would recommend you transfer a small amount first to make sure you have the right account. And once your money has arrived, it will automatically accrue interest with Cash Plus and you'll be able to track your daily interest. It's as simple as that. So what else can you use Moomoo for besides Cash Plus? Well, firstly, Moomoo is not a savings account. It is an online brokerage account. So the main purpose of Moomoo is buying and selling shares. You can buy both Australian and US shares on the platform. In addition to their 180 days of free brokerage fees to new customers, Moomoo has also recently reduced their brokerage fees. As I mentioned before, if you do sign up using the link below, you will receive free brokerage fees for 180 days for both Aussie and US stocks. FYI, this offer won't last forever. However, after 180 days, they only charge $3 brokerage fees per trade for Australian shares below a value of $10,000, and a flat rate of 0.99 cents per trade for US shares. And to trade US shares, you need to convert your Australian dollars to US dollars. The spread Moomoo charges for AUD to USD conversion is 55 BPS, which is better than average and one of the cheapest FX fees in Australia. As you can see on the table, their fees are overall significantly lower than other popular options in Australia. I have been using Moomoo to buy my US shares this year, and I have enjoyed using the research function and tools, which makes it very easy for me to access important financial information for the companies I'm interested in. Also, if you're a beginner, they have these little mini tutorials inside the app that helps you learn and become a better investor. So if you're interested, click the link in the description to sign up and enjoy all the free bonuses. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, then comment the word change down below so I know who you are. And if you're new around here, what are you waiting for, mate? Subscribe to the channel and join this awesome community. And if you'd like to learn more about how to use the Moomoo app to start investing, then check out this video on screen where I show you how I use the built-in research tools to help me research and pick my stocks to invest in. As always, thank you for watching, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.